Okay. Oh, this is going to be take number 10, 10 or 11. Yeah. I tried making this video many times. Somehow it doesn't come the way I want. So I'm going to try again. There's not going to be any script, nothing. It's going to be straight from the heart. So, but I want it to come out properly. And this is something that is here. I have to get it out. I just have to get it out. So I'm going to go with this. And I hope the take is going to be perfect. I don't want any censor. I don't want any cuts. Okay. So, to the people who are new to my channel, in case you suddenly jump the bandwagon, oh, he's anti-Indian, he's racist, he hates whatever. Indian passport holder, you can see, Indian passport holder. Okay, so I'm an Indian, born Indian, parents Indians, friends Indians, clients Indians, subscribers majority Indians. Content is also about India and India and other things, and even my WhatsApp groups. 99.999% Indians. Okay, I guess 1.4 billion. So everywhere there's an Indian. Okay. So this video is addressed to Indians and very specifically those Indians who support Israel. Now, before you start putting labels, he's anti-Israeli or he's anti-Indian or anti-Hindu, anti-whatever, you tend to have this habit of putting labels. I want you to know explicitly, I don't mind you support whichever country, Russia, Ukraine, USA, India, Pakistan, Palestine, Iran, Iraq. You are free to take political sides. You can support Congress, BJP, I think Aam Aadmi Party, whatever. I don't mind. That is absolutely no problem. You have a choice, you have a right. But I'll tell you what is disturbing me. It is the ignorance, the arrogance, the deeply embedded hate and poison, which is so strong, which is so inbuilt in the Indian, especially Hindu DNA, Indian Hindu DNA, whereby you love Hinduism, which is perfectly fine, but at the same time you hate. And I'm not talking just hate as a word, but hate so strong, so explicitly that you're blinded by the hate towards Muslims. And it's not just for the Muslims who are there in India, of the minority, it is any Muslim anywhere in the world. Somehow you seem to have this secret hidden hate. And it's reaching a point where I've started to, I can't take it anymore, man. Honestly. I'll give you an example. See, okay, most of our Indians hate Pakistanis, okay? So they say Pakistan, Khalistan, Islamists, they have these terminologies. And I'll tell you, even those Indians I know Indians in the public office or who are public figures, they will be talking nice about Muslims and Arabs and they'll go hug them. They have their businesses there. But when they are my client and they talk to me privately or, even if they're not my client and they talk to me, they open up their deepest, darkest, hatred towards Muslims. And then it makes me realize, like, what is the difference between a Muslim extremist and you? What is the difference? You have so much of poison. Now you'll say Muslims are, bombing themselves, exploding, killing, chopping, cutting. Yes, you're right. Yes, these problems exist. But you as an individual, even though you have not bombed, killed, this, that, for you to be happy when a small baby is being killed, when an innocent mother, an innocent father, a husband, wife, a man, a woman, and that also baby is being killed. You see videos, you see images, and the indifference is, this is actual reaction, actual reaction. The indifference is, the response that they give is, Oh, why aren't you showing the number of Israeli children dead? Oh, what about the people in Africa? Why don't you talk about them? Oh, why only focusing on Palestine? There are so many children from so many parts of the world. Yes, you're right. There are children from so many parts of the world. But I just shared with you a child who's dead in the arms of a father in Palestine. I just shared. And as a father who has a daughter, who has a family, I I could sense the pain of that father. I could sense holding that lifeless child, and my heart was like in pain. I didn't identify, "Oh, this is Palestinian. Oh, this is a." No. I just saw a father, I saw a child, and I felt the pain. I saw the tears. I saw the thing. Okay. And had you sent me, if you had sent me a Palestinian child, Iraq, Hindu child, American, African, anybody, I would have felt the same way. Okay. But just because that photograph has the word Palestinian, you're indifferent. I'll give you a couple of examples to tell you why I'm so. There was this guy, I just kicked him out of my WhatsApp group. He's in his 30s, young man, very handsome, responsible man, taking care of his father, mother, family, whatever. Muscled guy, big, Indian guy. He's a farmer. Nice guy. He was part of our group. And suddenly the topic came towards Israel, Palestine. I don't know how, because, in my WhatsApp group, which is open, anyone can join. So he started. And lo and behold, he started to support Israel, which is perfectly fine. I don't mind. You can support Israel, Israel against Iran, support Israel, Israel and Palestine. But then when it came down to a photograph of a child and mother crying, or a child who died, or the children hungry and starving, even there, this guy didn't feel an iota of sympathy, pity, or pain. Nothing. In fact, he was like, yeah, terrorist or something he gave for this innocent family. And for me, I get very irritated when people say like. And then when I cornered him, his excuse was, "I don't hate Muslims, I hate Islam." Yeah, so as if that made him like, oh, okay, that is why you didn't feel anything. No, you're just trying to whitewash. You're just trying to justify that you are a evil human being. In fact, there are, trust me when I say this, there are very nice guys whom are very respectable, like they're very generous, very kind, but they still are indifferent to seeing a baby die just because it is Palestinian. They're indifferent for a woman and who is standing at the corpse of her entire family just because they are Palestinian Muslims. Muslims, huh? Palestinian Muslims. Your heart is so black. You are so full of evil indifference that you will justify this only because they are Muslim, which is number one, Muslim, and they're Palestinian. In fact, if you remove Palestinians and just put Muslim, that's enough for you to hate them. And I'll tell you, this is not just the extremist or the uneducated, educated people in my group. I've removed. Even I have actually broken off relationships with very close friends, very, very close friends, even some clients who were very happy, were justifying the murder of these children, innocent women, innocent men. And their excuses, I've heard this. Why don't we talk about, Loy, you're also brainwashed, ha ha ha. By the Matrix, you're brainwashed. What about the children in India? What about the children in USA? What about the children in Africa? What about why we are not talking about them? If someone who had sent me, anyone sends me a photograph of any mother, any father, any child, a civilian, even Pakistani, African, American, anything, Hindu, Muslim, Christian, atheist, and a father's holding the child, a mother's holding the child and crying, I would have felt the pain. I would not have differentiated. But your heart is so black. You're so full of evil. There are people who I liked, who I respected, but the minute they started talking like this, look, I'm making it very clear. I don't mind you support Israel versus Palestine, the soldiers, and Hamas is evil 100%. Okay, fine. All this is fine. But to, be so blinded, to be so that you can't even feel, and giving me bullshit justification for it. Oh, a couple of years, you're not a bloody historian, man. Some of you just know surface level nonsense. In fact, I have literally asked people this question. Let's say you who's watching, if someone killed your mother and father, you're a normal person. Someone killed your mother and father. Someone killed your wife. That, let's say military, they killed your mother, your father, your wife, your kids, killed your relatives, killed everyone, then bombed your house, then destroyed your workplace, destroyed your ways and means to earn a livelihood, destroyed your peace of mind. Every day you have to hear bombings. Everything is destroyed. Your family, your friends, the buildings, everything is destroyed. You're not even allowed to work, and you're just allowed to sit in a rubble. No electricity, even no water to drink, no water to even wash yourself or even answer nature's call. And then when someone sends you food, that very same military, they stop you from getting food. So if someone did this day in and day out, are you going to extend your hand of friendship and say, school? And then the justification, oh, this is the price for war. Oh, this is the price for war. And then imagine if someone is born, a child is born in this environment. There's no food, there's no water, there is bombing, there is murder, there's killing. You lose your friends, your family, you can't play, there's no electricity, there's nothing. You can't even work, you can't even study. Hospitals are being destroyed. And then, after all that, what do you want the child to become? Then don't you think if even the most evil terrorist group gives that child little bit of food, little bit of water, shelter, against those very same people and say, listen, we will take care of you. Wouldn't your loyalty be towards that person who gives you little water and food to eat, even if they're evil? Even if it was Satan himself, but he takes care of you? You would love that person who took care of you and hate the ones who's harming you. Right now, there are children, women, men who have done nothing to Israel, nothing. And they are being made to pay a price. And you'll say, yeah, they are they are you being used as human shield. They are protecting the terrorists. What, say 500,000, for example, 500,000 were killed. Or let's say 100,000 were killed. So all the 100,000 were shielding the terrorists. So shouldn't 100,000 terrorists be killed? Those babies were protecting the terrorists, right? The hospitals were protecting the terrorists, right? So you bombed all of them. So terrorists, they are still not over. They're still there. What? How many? 1 million are there? So after 1 million, what? How many you'll kill? And then they keep saying, oh, what happened that day? I think what? October 7th, what happened that day? How many were there? 100,000? So because 1,000 died, you killed, say 50,000, 100,000. Okay. Is it enough, or do you still have to do more? The question is, where do you stop? Do you stop at... In fact, was chatting with this guy in the group. Asked him, so we killed, okay, they killed 1,000. So you killed 100,000. So is that enough? Or do you go 500,000? Or say 1 million? Is it enough there? And this Indian guy says, as long as it takes. Wow, wow, wow. As long as it takes. That means even if you wipe out the whole nation, as long as it takes. So then I actually asked, this is an educated guy, educated. In the group, I asked him, then, so is it okay to say that if you have to get peace, you have to wipe out the entire nation, all the men, women, and children, and then you'll get peace? Would that be fine? And guess what did he say? And this is a peaceful Indian Hindu, peaceful. In fact, you Indians who are supporting Israel, please support. I'm not saying anything. Just Google search. Don't take my word. Google search how Indians are being treated in Israel. I have clients who actually work in Israel. I know how they are being treated. Take it from me. I know how they are being. In fact, I urge you, invite you, please go to Israel for a holiday and enjoy, just enjoy a real experience. I'm not going to say anything bad. In fact, go to Twitter right now. There was one video that I forwarded, which I will not upload here. The Jewish rabbi or something, they are doing their religious thing. One Indian guy, Indian wannabe, want to show, oh, I support Israel, goes there and bows down and prays or something. You know what did this rabbi or this Jewish guy do? He, with his leg, he kept kicking this Indian guy, kept kicking him in such a degrading fashion. And this guy has no shame. He is still, until he kicked him, until he fell down. And then, like this, right? You have no self-respect. You have no shame. Really no shame. And kicked them out. There were a bunch of, this is also a viral video. There were a bunch of these Indian, supporters. We love Israel, we love Israel. And the Israeli who are standing there, they are abusing these Indians. Fuck off, get back to your country, get out. And they're abusing the Indians. And these shameless Indians, we love Israel, we love it. And these Israelis are abusing. Go back to your country, get out. You have no shame, Baba. You have no shame. You have no self-esteem. You have no self-respect. They're treating you like shit. And, we love you. And this actress, Kangana Ranaut, another, there are not many people who I absolutely despise and hate. As it is, I never liked her for when she stood against the farmers to lick the feet or the dirt or lick the asses of all the BJP party, and she was bitching about the poor farmers. Anyway, it's a good thing she got put in her place. And then BJP dumped her and said, sorry, we don't support her, Then she had to issue a groveling apology. And then, I never, honestly, as a content creator, as a person who creates content, I don't wish anyone bad, no matter how much I might not like them. But Kangana Ranaut is such a despicable human being that when she started to say, oh, please, please don't boycott my movies, oh, don't make it a flop, I was so happy that her movies were just becoming a flop because she thought no end of herself. Yes, she has achieved success, money, glory, more than anyone can dream of. Yes, I'm not even 0.0901% of Kangana Ranaut the Great. Totally agree. But that doesn't mean that she is someone that I have to do this to. And, there was this Instagram video where she's meeting an Israeli ambassador to India. And there she's trying to lick his ass and say, oh, we Indian Hindus are supporting you. We Indian Hindus, we know what it is for years of atrocity against the Muslims. And then we get idiots I kick them out of my group who come to my group and say, the Mughals attacked us and the Mughals, so we have to take revenge. And the amount of hatred, the, if, racism is not a right word because Islam is not a race, but the indifference, the lack of humanity, you people, I, even if I were to give a bad word, there's so much of disgust that I feel that I really don't wish to be associated with anyone who justifies the killing of small children, of innocent men and women, of family people, just because your heart is black, because you're biased against Muslims. Yes, there are plenty of bad ideas in Islam, plenty. Plenty of bad practices, plenty. I've just Google search Loy Machedo Islam, Loy Machedo Zakir Naik, Loy Machedo Muslims. You'll get all my opinions against those bad ideas and the bad practices. But my heart is not so black that I will justify and be okay with the murder of these poor children. The whole world is against what Israel is doing. The whole world. And our Indians shamelessly, oh, these Palestinian people have done nothing to you. Nothing. It's just that they're Muslims and you are, harboring all the the poison of years and years. From Babri Masjid to any other Muslim, this thing, demolishing Muslim houses, demolishing Muslim businesses. Even there was this journalist who was, just because he's a Muslim, he's being put in jail for years and years, or months and months. It's disgusting. That is why I don't feel an iota of pity or anything when you get treated like absolute garbage by the very same people you're supporting. This Kangana run out another, oh, we Hindus, we suffered, what, you're enjoying life, boss. You were having an affair and all that, alagula, all that rubbish you did. You're not the epitome of purity and, virginity. Please stop acting holier than thou. Look, to all those Indian Hindus who are supporting all that, I don't wish you anything bad. Okay. I don't get anything. I don't benefit by you going through any bit of harm. Nothing. I don't wish bad for you, your family. I hope you live a beautiful life. Sincerely, whether you believe it or not. But I don't wish to associate. I've already broken up with very close friends, very close friends. I couldn't stand them. I broke off. You're talking of a almost 20-year relationship when the individual didn't feel an iota of sympathy, pity, nothing for a father holding his child and crying and sobbing. I was so pained watching that video. And I shared it with this person, and the indifference, this Indian Hindu, the indifference was, Loy, you got brainwashed by the Matrix. Oh, Loy, when will you? I thought you were better than that. What about, Loy, have you asked yourself, what about Africa? What about those children? What about the children in other countries? What? What? In fact, I have reached a point where any member of my groups who endorses this kind of behavior, who supports, who feels that glee, that happiness, I really want them out here. Sorry, but I really can't take. I can't take such in. There was another bozo who was even mentioning, what? I pray for Israel. Means they pray for Israel to do all this. Yeah, okay. Seriously. I pray, that person said, I pray for Israel to do this. If the person had said, I pray for peace, or I pray, Israel, Palestine, resolve the difference, there is peace, families are okay, I wouldn't have said anything. If he said, I pray for Israel's safety, okay, there also is okay. But you're praying for them to continue this? And if you think that it's only the politicians, there's a Palestinian vlogger or influencer. He has 7 million followers. I can't get his name. He speaks to Israeli children and Israeli people from time to time. Okay. And when he says, uh, what do you feel about the bombing of the children and the women? These are lay people, normal people. Huh? And they're saying, with all the profanity, fuck Israel, fuck this baby, ha ha ha. And not one video, many videos. So then tell me, how do you feel when someone is so happy to see a small child die, a baby die, a innocent mother and human? Where is your humanity? I And then when you get treated like shit now, when you get treated like dirt, don't complain, don't bitch and moan. Your double standards. You don't mind other people going through all this, but when you go through it, hey, racism, anti-Hindu, anti-Indian. Why the double standards? Then be happy how you're being treated, no? Anyway, I if you don't have the humanity to, if you lost that humanity where looking at a child, you have to judge, this is Muslim? Oh, there, it's okay. Oh, Hindu? Oh, poor thing. Oh, Christian? Poor thing. Boss, please, please. Don't unsubscribe from my channel. Don't join my WhatsApp. Don't associate with me, please. Even if you're a multi-millionaire, billionaire, whatever. Even if you're the person I love the most, get out. Because if you don't have that humanity where you can look at a child, a woman, a man, a human being with love, with compassion, with empathy. Like I told you, for me, Israeli, Palestinian, Russian, Ukrainian, they're all human beings, yeah. Indian, Muslim, Hindu, Christian, atheist, Sikh. Once you lose that humanity, and you start, oh, India and Pakistan, oh, Muslim, Christian, Hindu, oh, sorry, not interested. The world has become a horrible place here. Seriously. Shame on you. That's all I can tell you. Shame on you. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share. I had to get this out of my chest. Guys, take care. This is me signing off.